If you're struggling to get to your destination, you're probably asking yourself how. You're asking yourself, if I just had the right people around me, I know that I could get to that destination. You may be saying to yourself, listen, if I had more money, if only I had more time, if only I had the keys to the kingdom, if I had what to do, I know that I could do it. Are you hearing me? Is that you? Have you ever said any of these questions to yourself? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down 3 really important steps to achieving any destination that you want to get to. Are you ready? Here we go.
I'm with my fave of all time.
And Miss Lorraine Lawson.
Lorraine Lawson.
Lorraine Lawson. Lorraine Lawson.
Lorraine Lawson, I just love her so much.
Well, let's just first talk about the destination, right? If you're someone with a dream, you've probably had it for a while. At some point, someone said, you're an incredible singer. You should be, professional. Or maybe you wrote your first song and you're like, I want to be a songwriter. Maybe you're an inventor. You saw a problem. You have a very clear idea of how to execute this. You just need more money. Or maybe you're someone who wants to go to the moon. You want to go to Mars. Listen, everything starts with a dream. And then the ability to share that dream in such a compelling way that other people want to jump on that train. They want to get on board. The ability to enroll other people in your vision is critical. But there are 2 steps before we can even get to that 3rd step, which is definitely important, and I know you all know it, that have to happen first. And it's the 2 steps before that last step of enrolling others that most people want to bypass, you want to skip over, you want to leapfrog, and you don't want to do the very deep and personal work that it takes to really know that the next time you meet the right person, you have that opportunity to go to a conference, you put your hand out to shake the hand of somebody who you know has the keys to your kingdom. They definitely have the answer. If they came on board and they were part of your team, maybe it's an artist manager, maybe it's a venture capitalist, maybe it's the next CEO of your business. I don't know. But when you've met that person and you haven't done the work, the personal work in the first 2 steps, usually that meeting, that pitch goes south. It doesn't work. And your ability to communicate that vision gets all mumbo jumbled in your mouth. I know you've been there or you wouldn't be watching this video. And so let's break down the steps 1 and 2 before you get in front of the right people, before you make your pitch. Are you ready? Okay. The first step is to know who you are. And I've done lots of videos on this. I really do believe when I listen to people like Gary Vee, they're talking about social media, the power of marketing, getting people's attention. Where is the cheapest and freest attention is definitely social media right now. And if you haven't done this work, it is impossible to make the post, to make the video. It just is. It's impossible because you haven't put the time in to know who you are, to really articulate what you do for people, and to really know why you even want it. If you don't know those 3 questions, the answers to those 3 questions right there, it's almost impossible to get in front of someone, to really convince them, to be persuasive, to really influence them to come on board, to join your train. And so let's break it down in this way. If you think about this, it's like an agreement with yourself. It's like when I know who I am, there's an agreement. I have no doubt that what I'm sharing with you right now really resonates with me. That's why I can share it so effortlessly. I have no notes in my hand. I'm just sharing it with you, free flowing, because I've shared this exact lesson or version of this lesson a million times to every recording artist that I've worked with, or actor or dancer who's desperately wanting to stand out in the world. The first step is always who you are. We love it to be about what we do. We would love it to be about the invention. We would love it to be our dancing skills or singing skills. We would love it to be about the product that we're selling. But we know through so many marketing geniuses out there that you're not selling the hammer. You are selling the person's ability to hang the picture on the wall, right? You are selling the idea of, if you wear my shoe, you are going to feel amazing and you can just do it. If you, want to you put rollers in your hair, it's not the rollers or how easy they are to use or even how, you know, all the different things that you can do with it, but it's how you are going to feel when your hair is curly. By the way, most people do the opposite, right? I have naturally curly hair. Most people do the opposite and straighten their hair, but you understand what I mean. So it's really selling the feeling that people have. That's why so often companies are using actors or athletes or people that are very influential already. They've already established agreement with the audience. They've already established some kind of obsession or lifestyle choices in their social media posts, in the magazines, in the movies that they make, on the field, off the field. And so the audience is like, I'll trust anything that that person is selling. And so a very smart person is going to use them as an affiliate marketer, as that spokesperson to sell more product. Are you following me? But what about you? You're nobody, right? You're like, nobody knows who I am. I'm not a professional athlete. I'm not that Olympic, skier, downhill skier. I'm not that person who everyone knows their name immediately. We have to build the brand. We've got to build your personal brand. And it's going to start with you building it in yourself. So let's break this down. If you know who you are, and there's that sense of agreement that I know who I am. I love to use adjectives to do this. I know that I am optimistic. I know that I am energetic. I know that I am funny. When you know these sort of broad stroke personality types and you remind yourself of that, that is what I would call a layer of agreement. You don't have to try very hard to be those things. They're already who you are. You've been using them throughout your life to make friendships on the playground, right? When you were a kid, when you first went to university and you again met someone for the first time, you knew that you were charming. Let's say, you know that when you go into a bar, okay, I'm going to put those rollers in exactly, and I'm going to walk into the room and all the heads are going to turn towards me. You've already established maybe what clothes look good on you. You've already established the kinds of clothes that reflect those personality types, qualities that you possess. You already know that when you put on certain shoes, you walk a little different. You already know some things, like me with my glasses. I sort of already know I like wearing them. They definitely do something for me. You know what I'm saying? So when we have this ability to know who we are and then physically reflect who we are in the world, there's that sense of agreement in myself. And let me tell you something, that's what we call confidence. Yes, it's like, how's that person so confident? Well, they've spent maybe a short time, maybe a long time. Some people, people say that they're born with confidence. I'm going to tell you that the people who really walk in that room with confidence, stand in front of the boardroom with confidence, they trust themselves. There is a sense of agreement in their heart, in their head. The things that they're thinking about are the same as the words that come out of their mouth. There is no hesitation. There is no blocks. There's no tripping up. Maybe your head's going, I'm amazing. But then, you get in front of that person, you're about to make that pitch, and the words that come out of your mouth are all jumbled and jarbled. And, someone says, well, tell me a little bit about what you do. And you're la, 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 la. You don't even know how to answer the question because you have not put in the practice to truly establish agreement. Real agreement lives, resonates. When you hear something, your brain goes, I like it. You're not in some debate. but you go, I love that, what that person said. It lit me up. You've got to get so in tune with that sense of being lit up, inspired by others, so that you can start to build the skills in yourself to be able to do it. Are you following me? Okay, so we really get that authentic agreement, by the way, authenticity is going to win. In the next 3 years, I really believe that the word being authentic, sharing authentically, expressing yourself authentically, connecting with your audience, your customer, your client, your fan authentically is just going to become the word of 2025. And so just keep following these videos, because I'm going to keep sharing more and more about how to become more authentic. So we've established the sense of agreement in ourselves. We've established a relationship to ourself that we trust. Hey, are you someone that sets an alarm and then do you push the alarm on pause, on snooze a million times over? Or can you get out of bed when you say you're going to get out of bed? Do you let yourself down? Do you say, I'm going to exercise today, and then you don't? Do you, like me, making the video, do you say you're going to make the video and then you don't? When you let yourself off the hook, then other people can't trust you either, because you don't trust yourself. Are you following me? This sense of agreement is really, really powerful. Okay, I don't want to get too down on you. I just want you to really get that this sense of discipline, trust, confidence is something that you can build. And so you want to pay attention to the thoughts in your head. You want to pay attention to the feelings in your heart, and you want to build your communication skills, develop them so that you can express yourself authentically, that you don't get away with this idea that, oh, I am such a good person. If they could only find out that I am sometimes outgoing, I just need a little bit more, I don't know, like connection in order to feel outgoing. Well, here's the thing. If you want to be seen as outgoing, let's build the muscle about being outgoing. If you want to be more charismatic, charming, magnetizing, let's build the muscle of being magnetizing and charming. Are you following me? Okay. The second layer of agreement, once I've established it in myself, is I need to build a team, a small team. I don't want you to go out and try to find like everybody to be on the team. I want you to start to really recognize, okay, this person, when I'm with them, I can be my authentic self. I can bring out their authenticity too. I can be funny and I don't feel stupid. I feel enlightened and inspired around this person. We start to build our team really small, really slowly, all around trust. So that could be a manager of your business. That could be a manager if you're an artist. That could be an agent who's going to book you for public speaking or shows. This immediate team is really important. Okay, this really person who's going to do your administration, maybe answer your emails. They're going to be speaking in your tone, if you know what I mean, your brand, that personal brand, your communication skills, how they communicate now for you on your behalf is super important. And if you haven't established the agreement with yourself, you cannot possibly expect others to read your mind and to fill the gap. They're going to take the clues and the cues from you. They're going to listen to how you verbiage, something. Maybe you're someone like a Gary Vaynerchuk who swears all the time, but maybe you're someone who really wants to make sure that the people in your team don't swear at all. Maybe you like to be more formal in your sense of agreement. And so the people around you, you would like to be more forward and more formal. Maybe you are like a fashionista and you love to wear brands. You might not want on your team then someone who's wearing casual clothes. Maybe you're someone who really believes in the environment, and you want to, get all your stuff from secondhand stores, and you want to have consignment stores, and you love to be really fashion forward and really cool wearing vintage stuff. You may want people who have that same flair for fashion. Maybe it's not vintage. Maybe it's, the latest Louis Vuitton outfit or purse or bag, but there's a connection. I mean, if we think about, I don't know if you watch Sex and the City, but that's exactly what happened, right? When Carrie hires Jennifer Hudson's character and buys her a Louis Vuitton bag. We tend to find agreement with the people in our life, even your best friends. Start to look for agreement. I'm not saying that everyone is a yes person. I don't want you to surround yourself with people who only go, oh my God, you're amazing. Oh my God, you're amazing. No, I want people who go, what did you mean by that? So they can understand, hey, let's do this. And you're like, whoa, that's such a good idea. I've never thought of that before. This is called brainstorming, collaboration. When you're in the room with these people, magic starts to happen, as opposed to arguments, dead air, ownership, defensiveness. You got to start to really appreciate that this level of agreement around your team, your collaborators, the people that you hang out with, this is now your nurture. These are the people that are elevating, raising your standards. And as a result, you can help them raise their standards. And together you are vibrating at an even faster and faster level. Are you following me? This would be the people who go like, I know where we're going. We could take the highway or we could take some side roads. I think today it's pouring rain. Or it's snowing outside. Let's take the highway. It will definitely be plowed. Okay, these are the people who are problem solving with you. You're firing off ideas. Are you following me? So that first layer of agreement with yourself must be established in order to know and attract the right people. I can tell you how many times people are so in a hurry to get to their destination. It's like, come on board. Anybody who's anybody is going to be fine. You're going to invest in my business. You're going to invest, you have a resume that's amazing, but you haven't taken the time to really find that personal agreement, that sense of inspiration. Usually the cost is very, very high. I'll give you an example. I, for the most part, coach singer-songwriters, and in doing so, they often want to accelerate. They want to hire PR people that are quite expensive to get them that exposure out to the audience, but they don't know who they are. They haven't established that really sense of communication to express who they are. And so now the PR person is trying to come up with a campaign to answer maybe some media training, to answer these fundamental questions as a songwriter. I write songs about. I make music that. Now, if you're selling a different product, I write books about. I write coaching programs about. It doesn't matter what. I make music that. I write books that do things for people. Just these two questions alone are going to transform everything for you. Just apply it to whatever business you're in. But if you don't know the answers to those fundamental questions, I don't care how much money you spend on a PR person, it will land flat. The campaign won't resonate because the third layer of agreement is, of course, the audience, the customer, the fan. And so if the people around me, my team, don't understand me, don't get me, then how on earth are we going to together sell a story, really present ourselves in a way that connects so deeply to the audience? Because without them, we can't get to Mars. We're going to have to somehow, like we said, get some money together. We're going to have to get the right people to invest their time, to put in their effort, their sincere, authentic effort, like love what they're doing, want to help you like you wouldn't believe. And by the way, not as a favor to you, but because they genuinely and authentically want to be a part of your ride. That is what we're trying to build in these three layers of agreement. First with you, second with your team, your closest friends, people you spend time with, so that you can really collaborate, vibrate at a higher level, really generate something that's magical, and then be able to communicate the story, the pitch, the hook to the audience. So what? So you can monetize. So you can get to that destination. You could win the awards. You can earn the revenue that you want to earn from it. You can have an incredible impact. Most of the singer-songwriters that I have coached for so many years, they want to inspire the world. What do you want to do? Because there's many ways of inspiring the world. There are many ways of really being a voice to the voiceless. There are many ways that we can hit our destination, but you need to know who you are. How fast can my car go? How much gas do I have in my car? Am I able to ask the right questions to help me get to my destination? Am I able to get someone to maybe look at the map to find a different route if the weather changes? If a hurricane is coming, a storm is coming, there's too much traffic on the road. Can we navigate and change course and figure out a different how? And then finally, can we really find the right audience on the other side of this journey? Is there an audience that is ready to listen, to buy what we have to sell, to want that impact, to want to stay connected to us for years to come? I hope this video is really helpful for you. So 3 layers of agreement, start to implement them right now, wherever you are, in whatever lane you are in, even parenting. I should do a video on parenting, right? Make sure you click the subscribe button, share this video, and leave me a comment on the impact that these 3 layers of agreement have had on you. And by the way, if you ever want to read more closely into these 3 layers of agreement, it is in my Power of Performance workbook that is available on Amazon. Go check it out. I think you'll really love it. I think there's a link somewhere here. Until next time.